Superman issue number 3. We're still in the dawn of the DC. How long do we think this banner's going to go for, do we think? Because it's April now. We've got May, June, July, August, and September all with books announced. That's a long time for it to be the dawn. Is this going to be a bigger event where maybe like it's the dawn and then it's like the next chapter? I don't know. Whatever. It's nice to have a Superman book that's just easy, isn't it? You know, we don't have to overthink about it. There's not like a larger world at stake. It's just Superman shenanigans from a Golden Age comic book with modern day intentions, which is kind of what I think has been missing for a lot of what made Superman special recently. Just doing this really helps the character, really works. It helps solidify like there is something to talk about here. This story is just a Golden Age story. Superman has to fight Parasite with the help of his villains. And it's just done in modern context, and that's kind of cool. The city of Metropolis is dark. The Parasite zombie hybrid monsters are terrorizing the city. Lex Luthor is screaming in his cell like, I told you, man, all because of your ego. You could have came to me, I could have helped you. And that is when Superman burst through the door, looking like a weird parasite creature, disgusting and all broken and disheveled. It looks great. And because he is Superman, he is not falling perfectly in line with the parasite thing. There's still part of him that's being able to fight it off and keep it alive. And he's just like, I need you, come with me. Parasites in air. Luthor's like, yeah, they're microscopic now. I could have told you that if you just came to me first. But they're also here for another person because they need Livewire for something, which is cool. I mean, this Livewire could be kind of annoying. It's just like, hey, I like to dress up as Supergirl for the right occasion. Why is Parasite dressed up as Superman? It's like, it's funny, it's millennial, it's fine. It's kind of cute, I guess. It's something to do. But he needs her help, and he needs Lex's help. What are they going to do? They're going to go to the Supercorps building. They're going to strap her up to some weird device. Who knows why? We got Mercy and Lex working together. It's looking pretty cool. We see that the Super family is still defending the big wall put around Metropolis. But Superman is fighting through it all. He put on like a new suit, a different containment suit to help him fend off what's going on. They're going to use Livewire's powers to send like a huge beam on a molecular level to attract all the small parasites. That's what we're going to do. And it makes sense. And this plan is essentially just for Clark to call Rudy, the lead parasite, into the room so he can get him to enact another plan. And I think that's kind of cool. Again, that's pretty easy. You don't have to overthink about it. You don't have to stress about it. It's just, we need Livewire to do some Livewire stuff to get the parasites to look at the light because there's energy and they're going to run towards it. We literally see them like exhale themselves from Clark's body and go for the light. Now that they're out of him, they are headed towards the light. We see Rudy among their ranks, and it's like, okay, Rudy, we know how to help each other, but they're going to go for a fight. Of course they are. It looks great, but you just see, Clark's got an idea. You know, if you really want to gain the power, all the power's kind of in, like, your smaller versions of yourselves. If you absorb them again, you'd get their power. Just saying, you know? Maybe if you looked at it that way, things would work. He's like, huh, you're right. Why didn't I think of that? So that's what he goes to do. And Parasite just parasites all the parasites. And I'm like, yeah, there's nothing crazy about that. You don't have to go hard. See how easy it is? You just have to make something look good. Jamal Campbell's artwork, fantastic, well written. And you got some classic Superman characters in here. Parasite, Livewire, Lex Luthor, Mercy, all helping Clark in some capacity. But it works. They somehow managed to get all of the parasites back onto this one parasite, and he is just full yummy in his tummy, big explosion, and Lex just hits him with like a neutralizer thing, like, hey, I'll hit him with this, it's gonna stop everything that happened, it's just gonna be fine. Knocks him out, puts him to sleep. They did it. Lex did it. He did the right thing. Surprising, right? It is surprising. Kind of cool. I like that. It's a good way to interpret Lex, just like, maybe there's a larger game at stake. Maybe he's just done. Who knows? They neutralize the threat. It's a sunny day in Metropolis. The Super family is helping everybody cross the street. We go back to the Daily Planet, and we see everyone's just helping each other up. Jimmy's like, huh, that was weird. Why am I so hungry? Clark, of course, locked himself in the bathroom, so he is just, hey, I'm good. We're all good. Look like a big block. I love him. He just looks so big and adorable. You just love looking at him. Because Jimmy's rich. You guys remember when Jimmy had all that money? He's like, hey, let's go out to Bibbo's breakfast burritos. Let's do it. Bibbo has breakfast burritos now? He says we're going to hit the food carts. But last I checked, Bibbo had more than a food cart. I don't know. It's just fun. We're just having fun. And we cut home later. All of our family's just hanging out. Lois and Clark are talking. And Lois is like, look, clearly this is something that Lex was planning. So he wants you to think yes, or he wants you to think no, that you should help him or you shouldn't help for him. There's always something at play, so who knows what's really at stake here. But Clark's like, I don't know what to do. I just need a way to get his voice out of my head so I can focus enough on a thing to actually decide what I am going to do when the time comes to deal with him. Which is kind of fun. You know, maybe like dealing with Marilyn Moonlight, who was in the last issue. We should maybe deal with her. But Lois is like, look, you'll have time to figure this out. You always do. Until then, you don't have to listen to the music alone. Why don't you come dance with me? So they play a song in their earpiece, and they just start dancing. And it's adorable, and we're happy. And the kids are like, that's adorable. And John's like, that's adorable. Everyone's having a good time. We're just happy. Look at us. Look at this family. Just enjoying themselves. What's not to like? We then cut back to the prison where Livewire is getting locked up again. Lex is sitting in a nicer room now. It's a different looking room. I guess because his last one was broken. There's like a force field around him. And he's like separated from a lot of other people, kind of like Magneto in the X-Men movies. And he's like, hey, come to gloat. And Superman's flying overhead like, not really my style. But I checked with Star Labs, like all of the radiation inside Parasite is gone. You did the right thing, and you didn't even try to escape. So I want to know why. I told you, Soups. Hey, I just want to do the right thing. I think you and me together, we could actually save Metropolis. Maybe even save the world. He's like, well, I've decided not to give up on you, Luthor. And he hands Luthor a small box with a Superman logo on it, and it's a nice Superman watch. And Lex kind of smiles at it, and it's throughout the entire book, but this panel in particular, I'm like, wow. Lex has some big old eyebrows going on in this issue. Everyone does, I guess, but his are just thick with a double C. My goodness. Superman flies away. He heads over to Supercorp, where Mercy is working on some new test, whatever, who knows what it is. Lifting a big old rock over her shoulder. It's kind of cool. And Clark's here to stay. They're going to do it. They're going to work on this together. And you're like, that's pretty exciting. That's pretty cool. Where are we going next? Who's to say? Because we end this issue kind of seeing the villains who are doing stuff to all of Superman's old rogues gallery. Like, if only he knew Lex's role in all of this. And they're holding up the head of a Bizarro because they're making a Bizarro. And the next person they want to do something to is Silver Banshee. I don't know, it's cool. This is a good issue. Like, it just solved the Parasite problem. Like, why spend more time on it than we have to? 3 issues for this arc makes a lot of sense. Why exaggerate it more than we need to? Pretty cool. And it looks great, and it's so fun, and every character is cheesy and goofy and is just having a great time. What more do you want from a Superman book? This is all you have to do. It's not like it's going crazy, but just to jump into a Superman world, this is a great way to do it. It's getting the job done well. We all kind of love it. Very impressed. Not gonna lie. So, Superman issue number 3, I am going to give an 8 out of 10. Thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, and I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.